Players coming out onto the field, make sure you get to your seats. Get moving for 7-11 minute storage. 5 minutes to players come out of the field. It's time to meet tonight's high five squad. I brought the game ball out. I need everyone to get a little touch in. Quick touch for good luck. This is our high five squad. Oh, too good of a cut touch there. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Nicely done. For good luck tonight. Good luck, yes. That's what we're talking about. We're coming all the way down. These folks, some are getting too good of a touch down here. Some are getting too good of a touch. We got our ball kids out. Yes. Yes. There we go. Get the game ball ready to go. Man Park Soccer Club's excited. Making his return tonight.
The USL on CBS is presented by Best Western Hotel and Resorts, the official hotel partner of the United Soccer League. With playoff spots secured, two of the championship's most historic clubs look to add an exclamation point to their 25 campaigns. Charleston Battery hopes a Golden Boot pursuit can carry it to a club wins record, while Sacramento Republic hopes to build momentum as it sends to say goodbye to one of the league's best. East meets West in the penultimate match of the regular season here at Hard Health Park, presented by Western Health Advantage. We welcome you here pitchside as always. Former Republic midfielder Adam Moffat, I'm Rob McAllister, and a great evening for Sacramento with sights of second place on the horizon. But the big news of the week, Adam, legendary Rodrigo Lopez is announcing his retirement at the end of the regular season here.
What a career. What an incredible ambassador for this city, what he's done for the club, but it's not over. Yeah. Hopefully for him it's 6 more games, and we'd love to see some more of that magic that he's just able to produce time and time again.
Meanwhile, let's take our glance here at Charleston Battery, having one of the most successful seasons in championship history, with an opportunity to pick up their 19th win here on the regular season. Would be a club record, a little bit overshadowed about what Lou City is doing in the Eastern Conference.
Such a good team, Charleston Battery, and it's highlighted by the fact that 3 players are trying to go for individual awards, assists, top goal scorers. They've got 2 of them trying to compete for on their squad. So really, really good team. Attack-wise, they get it done. And it is strange to think that they're underdogs in the East, because Louisville have been so good.
Meanwhile, Sacramento with a chance here to secure the second seed. All they need to do is pick up all 3 points.
Get that done. Get the rhythm going at home for Sacramento. It's been a great season. Getting to the final already. but that loss in that final should spur these players on. They get 2 more home games, get that momentum going, and who knows where it ends.
And only one loss here at Hard Health Park for this Sacramento side. 2 great clubs going head-to-head on this Wednesday night in the capital of California. More on the way here in the pregame show, and our kickoff will come up soon.
SMUD's Clean Power City movement is happening. Hundreds of thousands have joined the charge. They're taking action, driving electric, making clean power choices, and saving money with SMUD rebates. Together, we're creating clean power cities, while SMUD keeps our promise to deliver world-class safety, reliability, and some of the lowest rates in California. The Clean Power City movement is changing the world, one charge at a time. For 99 ways to join the charge, visit cleanpowercity.org.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but is in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
For 12 years we've been met with hurdle after hurdle, bump after bump. But one thing anyone who has spent any time in the city knows: if one path gets cut off, we find another or create another.
All those in favor? Aye. Passes unanimously.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Western Health Advantage, insurance plans that balance value and coverage. By UC Davis Health, believe in better. And by Sky River Casino, the premier casino in Elk Grove. We'll be right back. Starting 11s and kickoff is next.
Listen up. Why do you do it? You ignore the signs and the flashing lights.
Don't you see the work zone?
Seriously? Caltrans is working right there. Right next to your speeding car. My mom is out there. That's my dad's truck. That's my papa behind those cones.
So slow down.
Watch out for them. And be alert. How would you feel if that was your dad? Be alert. Be work zone alert.
At Sky River Casino, catch all the action with rewards that add up and up. Experience new heights. With 18 restaurants, bars, and lounges, there's something for everyone. Enjoy over 80 table games, more than 2,100 slot machines, and our thrilling high-limit room. Savor the win. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
How do you build a community that thrives? By staying active, by working and playing together, and by building strong bones and bodies with food that's simple, local, and fresh. Crystal Creamery has proudly supported Central Valley athletes and athletic programs since 2012. Because when you nourish a community, the community thrives. Crystal Creamery. Simple, local, fresh.
Yeah, you make it look good. Don't let it watch yourself, huh? 'Cause you make it look good. Watch this.
Starting 11s here, brought to you by Tiemann Law Firm. We're again with the Sacramento Republic, and up top, Corey Bennett, Rodrigo Lopez, Dominic Vonner, and Ryan Spalding, Justin Portillo, Luis Felipe, Jack Kerr in the midfield, and Lee Desmond, Freddie Kleeman, Jared Timmer, and then Danny Vitiello in between the sticks and his 11 shutouts on the championship season. Meanwhile, for Charleston Battery, who's wearing the white, Rubio Rubin, M.D. Myers, Wesley Leggett, Douglas Martinez, Jose Landry, Vigo Ortiz, Nathan DeSantos, Michael Edwards, Graham Smith, Mark Segbers in the back line. And in the goalpost, making just his second championship appearance, is Christian Gardner for the Charleston Battery. A couple players to keep an eye on. How about this guy, Corey Bennett? Should have had the game winner. Didn't get it. Was pulled away. 4 goals on the year. And then this man, M.D. Myers. What another season. He's been a support player now 2 years in a row. Nick Markanich a year ago. Now with Jennings up top. Jennings not an 11. It's going to be M.D. Myers, the star of the New Jersey native. Had 17 goals last year. He's got 19 in all competitions this year. We kick it, and here we go from Heart Health Park on a beautiful fall night in Sacramento. And we should make mention, Jared Timmer making his first start on the back line for Sacramento since October 1st. He's dealt with some injuries. A quick takeaway from Vonner, sliding into the center part of the pick. Felipe looking for a teammate. He finds Gurr on the right wing here early. Sacramento in the attack.
Straight away, and if you're wondering who that is at right back for Charleston Battery, it is none other than former player Douglas Martinez. He's had a really good season, but in a position that definitely when he was in Sacramento, we didn't expect him to see him in. And a low careless early. Sacramento's pouncing. Dominic Vonner, what a month he's had. Didn't get too much playing time throughout the summer, but he's come in. He's got an opportunity, and he's tough to take out the lineup right now with what he's producing.
Christian Gardner's last start was against Hartford in a 4-2 victory for the Battery. He did make several appearances in the U.S. Open Cup and the Jägermeister Cup, and he's getting an opportunity here on a Wednesday evening. And this is a rescheduled match that Sacramento and Charleston were supposed to play here in Sacramento. But for the Jägermeister Cup final, that was played that Saturday instead. So here we go, the final week of the regular season, and both these teams with their eyes on second place. Charleston has secured it. Sacramento with a win here tonight will be able to do just that. The Battery with 53 points on the year, 18-5-5. Sacramento with 44 points, 12 wins, 7 losses, and 9 draws. A plus 17 goal differential. And if you look at this Battery team, they have been so dominant at home, a plus 25 goal differential. Just plus 5 here on away from South Carolina, but still a team that is dangerous as ever and really knows how to put goals in the back of the net, Adam.
Yeah, the most potent attack in the league, and that is shown. You spoke about Myers can get the golden boot still. And then you have Cal Jennings on the bench also going for that. So to have 2 players going for that is rather incredible.
Gardner testing a bit of that line there. Excuse me, I said 53. 59 points for Charleston on the season. Our referee tonight, Christian Campo Hernandez. And now here comes the battery for the first time in the Republic part of the field. Why has Charleston been so good offensively here in 2025? It really built over the last few years, but seems to be clicking yet again.
They're just really tough to pick up. You know, you get Myers, you get Jennings, who just, the movement is just nonstop. They're relentless. You think you got someone, and then they move out of some space and someone else fills in. And it's just really, really tough to play against. And they're producing weekend. And the thing is that they're producing the goals, and good pressure here from Jack Gurr. But you got to think, like, all these teams watch video and they think, all right, how can we slow them down? How can we stop them? And they still can. You know, I think that's a sign of just how good they're getting it done.
Final tune-up for both of these teams here in this final week is, it's hard to say. A top seed does not guarantee that you'll win the cup at the end of that 4-week stretch. But both these teams with their sights, the Republic winning it in 2014, 2012 for this Charleston side. Vigo Ortiz, the youngster, going against Jared Timmer. No whistle to continue to play on, and Jack Gurr will send it up the pitch. Jack Gurr, what a year he's having. 3 goals, 5 assists, and he's barely come off the pitch so far this year. And the Newcastle, England native, he has been such a crucial part of that right wing. But you see Michel Benitez, Ryan Spalding, a little bit more balance here in 25 for Sacramento.
Yeah, that's maybe the one position where there hasn't been as much rotation with Jack, and the amount of space that he covers. Another great season having him. He's by far been the best right wing back in the USL Championship of the last few years. An important part of this club's success.
And just know we are having some technical difficulties with the score bug, so we will continue to update you as we are about the 5th minute here in Sacramento. No score between Charleston and Sacramento. This one comes all the way over the top. And now a little bit of pressure from the battery. Luis Felipe getting the start tonight was brilliant against Hartford Athletic in the Jägermeister Cup loss. And here's Justin Portillo, came in as a substitute, worked really well with Rodrigo Lopez in the midfield in the draw on Friday against Lexington. Portillo coming to Sacramento midway through last year from Tulsa. Hasn't gotten a lot of minutes this year. USL veteran. Some fantastic years. The Real Monarchs with New Mexico. Even some time with this battery squad. This is all the way through from Vonner. Vonner continues the run. This takes a deflection off of Dos Santos. And it'll be a throw for Sacramento, but good movement. You really like what Sacramento has done in the attack in the last couple of weeks. Back to the back 3 here, but with 4 in the back, they've had a little bit more flexibility, better runs.
Yeah, that second game against Hartford, that was one of the most dynamic we've seen them in a while. It looked like they could score a lot of goals. The problem kind of crept in is giving up these goals a little bit too easily, which hasn't been the case for most of the season for Sacramento. Just little things that you can fix. You watch a video, you analyze it, and you hopefully just tune that up. Good time to pressure from Jack Gurr. Again, you don't want to foul in the corner. You've got them in a really, really tough spot. Force them to play a ball like that.
Landry. Timmer finds it. Bit of a step here. Ortiz floating. Vidiello has come all the way out. doesn't strike it well, and Myers awaits. Landry. Cutting back to the left side. Left-sided strike goes over the top in the head of Danny Vitiello from Rubio Rubin out of Beaverton, Oregon. 4 goals on the season. Almost had number 5. A really good look for Charleston here.
It wasn't well dealt with by Sacramento. Just a couple of loose touches, and Rubio Rubin, he's starting on that right-hand side. He cuts in on his left foot. Doesn't trouble Vitiello in the end, but that's all of a sudden from nothing. This is a team that just very, very aggressive in the attack. And here they go again.
Dos Santos, second season with Charleston. Left side to Ortiz, the youngster, the teenager from Dallas. Sends the cross in, can't get it past Timmer, sends it into the stands in the first Atlas disposal corner kick for the Battery in the evening here. At the 8-minute mark, no score between Sacramento and Charleston here. Freddie Kleeman able to head it away, and now chase his own effort here, and now sends it up the pitch. Well done. Crowd likes it on these stands.
I don't think he was too happy with the initial clearance, so he's like, you know what, let me get that again. You see the reset here. Charleston Battery getting players back in position. A team who like to possess the ball. They do create a lot of opportunities, but they take care of that ball as well.
At the 8-minute mark, a reminder to always call 811 before starting any digging project. Allows utility companies to mark their underground lines. Sacramento, Vonner, again, he's been great as a substitute, starting to earn some starts as of late. 3 goals on the season. He's been dynamic. Here's Gurr. This takes a bit of a deflection. Here comes Corey Bennett up in the air, colliding with Garner. And the Republic coaching staff believes there should be something there, and it won't go the Republic's way. Both players get up safely.
Yeah, if anyone else does this any other part of the field, it's probably a foul. The goalkeeper comes right through Bennett. Bennett gets the initial header. Probably should do better, and then just gets punched in the back of the dome. Again, anyone else does that any other part of the field, it's a foul's given. Favoring the goalkeepers, and that one is going to be given a foul. I bet if the goalkeeper did that to someone, he wouldn't have called that one.
right on cue.
There we go.
So Sacramento coming off a 2-2 draw with Lexington. Rigo Lopez helping to lead his team after going down 2 goals.
That was 2-2, I thought.
Should have been 3-2.
Sacramento scored that goal.
Big controversial at the end, and Martin Vasquez, the assistant, so upset, threw a water bottle on the pitch, and he is not on the bench tonight. Jack Gurr, a little space here, looking for a teammate. Back on side, not able to clear that last man, and the flag goes up. How about Ben Pierman, the 2002 USL Coach of the Year, spent 5 years with Memphis, really helped solidify the Tennessee side, comes over here to Charleston and just revamps this, and they become an Eastern Conference power, and right there in lockstep with Lou City each and every season now.
It really is quite remarkable, and just the steps they're taking. We're talking about, if they get another win out of these last 2 games, that's 3 years in a row that they're setting the club record for wins in a season, potentially getting to 19.
Myers spreading on the right side, Rubin able to find it just before the end line, cuts it back to Ortiz. And the flag goes up. The youngster, a little bit of awareness, but just 16 years of age. He's showing a lot of grit here. Sacramento 5-1-7 here at Heart Health Park this season as Neil Collins in his first year has 100 wins in the USL Championship. And after a brutal call goes against Sacramento at the end of the game against Lexington, he said this team is ready to remain focused. Can't let that be a part of our thinking when we're out on the pitch. Said if we do that, we've already lost. And so this team is not going to hang on to those decisions, and they know the focus is get a win here tonight, and it doesn't matter what happened last Friday.
Partly as well, the fact that New Mexico tied their game as well. They tied 3-3 against Oakland, which was a little surprising. So it took a little bit of a sting off of what should have been 3 points on that night. And they're still in a good position. One win from these final two home games, and Sacramento secures that second seed. They'd love to get it done tonight, though, and kind of get that sealed up. And no matter what happens, Charleston Battery will finish second. Kind of been in that spot for a while, unable to catch Louisville, and no one, Hartford, and another group below them trying to catch up, which they cannot do.
Charleston with a 1-1 draw against Detroit. Myers with a 65th minute goal, but just 2 minutes later, an equalizer by Detroit. And Detroit City, I mean, what a season they had a year ago, and now they're just hanging on for dear life. So any points they can get in this final week could help them lock down that 8th and final position with Indy right on their heels with 35 points. But how about the week before that, taking on Colorado Springs, a 5-0 victory for this team. And it seems like when they score in bunches. I guess it's interesting enough when you look at the Battery this year, exciting to watch. Maybe one of the few teams it's a must-watch each and every night. But a really poor showing in the Open Cup and the Jägermeister Cup run. And it wasn't like, well, they didn't play a lot of guys. They put out some pretty strong lineups here. And what does that mean for the postseason? Who's to say? Maybe nothing.
Yeah, you got to think for that foul's given against Lee Desmond. He doesn't like it. You got to think for Sacramento just getting that longer run in the Jägermeister Cup, and had them in the Open Cup. That should bode well for the format of a knockout playoff elimination games, but you never quite know.
Public with a bit of the possession here early, and then it's flipped a bit. Back to Charleston now, who's been a team that has dominated possession for many of their games, and in wins they tend to really limit opportunities for their opponents. Still no score here, having some issues with the score bug. We're in the 15th minute. Public with a couple of threatening looks. Charleston, Rubin almost able to find one as well. His shot went over the bar. Spalding in some space here. He's got Jack Gert. Just have enough from Segbers to slow this attack. And now Republic will recycle this all the way to the other side. Gert with a heavy touch trying to get there. The cross floated across. Up and over as Michael Edwards sends it clear.
And he's going to be on all night, just based upon what we've seen early on. Every time Sacramento get the ball on that left-hand side, Dominic Vann or Ryan Spalding, Jack Gert is in tons of space on that far side. The reason being Nathan DeSantos is staying a little bit narrow, a little bit closer to his center backs, and then that's forcing the youngster Ortiz to try and track all the way back, which he doesn't want to really do.
Atlas disposal corner kick. And a bit of a surprise, it's Dominic Vonner. Rodrigo Lopez waiting short corner. Quick tap, it's going to be Aurora. Crossing, waiting, Timmer. I think maybe behind the back there. I don't really know what that was, but it didn't work out easy enough.
Yeah, it caught him by surprise. I don't think he thought that was going to get to him.
Meanwhile, quickly the other way. Lee Desmond has to get back and try to make a play on it, and does. It will be a corner kick as Leggett was charging down that right side of the pitch.
Wes Leggett felt that one, but you see Lee Desmond, he's no slouch. You don't think of him as having that blistering speed, but not many people get away from him. Most of the time it's because he's in a really good position. He's smart about, doesn't really leave himself in that kind of a vulnerable one, but turned on the burners there.
Vigo Ortiz, 1 goal on the year in his second season, started with an academy contract. An outswinging ball, low-headed, it's right down to Vidiello, who saves it. Punched it clear, and a lightning strike here on a flick from Charleston Battery. And they got to feel a little disappointed they didn't get a goal there. Great set piece taken. And one of the game's greatest goalkeepers, and Danny Vidiello, comes up with a massive save.
Yeah, it was on former teammate Douglas Martinez. A really nice flick on that at the near post. Those can be hard for the goalkeeper to react in time, but Vidiello was sharp. Made sure he put it out in a safe area as well.
Martinez and Vidiello together here in Sacramento for that epic 2022 U.S. Open Cup run. It ended, unfortunately, with a loss to Orlando in Florida. But Dougie with 6 goals, 4 assists, and 37 appearances with Sacramento. And boy, was he big against the LA Galaxy down in Los Angeles during that U.S. Open Cup run.
And Sacramento's okay with this. The Battery possessing the ball, but it's not in an area that's really going to cause any problems. And if you're leaving the ball at the centre backs of the other team, most of the time you should be okay with that, as long as there's no options ahead of them. And you can see their Edwards, Graham Smith getting their head up on what's on, and this should be covered. A ball played from there, and it's a great ball.
Leggett battling with Freddie Kleeman. Both go to ground. Leggett gets right back up. And here's Justin Portillo. Freddie Kleeman, sensational this year. More than anything, he has been healthy all year long, and then sometimes that is one of your most valuable traits. Good to see number 5, though, Jared Timmer, back on the pitch. 2 assists on the season. And the defensive MVP of this Republic side from last year. He's been missed, and Ryan JJ came in, filled nicely, and then he's been dealing with some injuries. And then with Chibi Okebu going to some youth national teams, they've had to make adjustments. And I guess you take away, well, maybe we didn't get the results, but I guess for Sacramento at the same time, say, hey, we can change this up. It's really not about a formation, but maybe individual efforts.
Yeah, and it's that kind of forced Sacramento's hand a little bit to try a tiny little bit of a different system. Not drastic, but enough that maybe, hey, we get in the playoffs and we're in a situation where we need to switch. I think that should be, he's onside. If
Douglas Martinez saving what likely would have been a run-in on goal from Rodrigo Lopez. And Corey Bennett. And we've got a score bug up. Just a reminder, it is Charleston in white, Sacramento in red. The Republic going to the right of your screen.
No one told me that.
Bit confusing.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, perfectly laid to Vonner. Vonner's looking for an option. He's got Portillo. There's some opportunities for Vonner angling in there. How does Sacramento take advantage? I'll tell you what, Charleston's done a really good job of keeping number 8 for Sacramento out of this game so far.
Was roaming around. He's trying to get on the ball, and I think part of their game plan is let's not give him time and space.
You've seen Landry and Leggett almost sticking to Roro. Corey Bennett chested down. And Republic will have it back here with a throw. Jared Timmer, whistle for the foul. Battery was 7 wins away from South Carolina, and Sacramento also with 7 road wins on the season, but Charleston with 11 victories at home, just 2 draws and 1 loss. It could bode well if Lewis City, like we saw last year, falls early, but what a run by Rhode Island last year, taking down some of these monsters in the East. As Sacramento is seen on their own pitch. Seen Phoenix advance to the final and ultimately win it. Saw Hartford Athletic win it here in the Jägermeister Cup earlier this month. And hearing from Rodrigo Lopez on USL All Access with Devin Kerr and Mike Watts, that, you know, that seeing our players and my teammates, their faces, and just having to watch that, you know, does that bode well for them as Myers loses a boot? Can you use some of that pain, Adam, as maybe motivation here in the postseason? You've been in those big games, you've seen it, and you don't want that feeling again. And, you know, Rodrigo Lopez, he means so much to this team and carries a lot of weight in the locker room, on the pitch, of course, for what he can do. And, I mean, what do you think about those words, and do they ring true in trying to get on a championship run?
Oh, 100%. I mean, the sting from losing a final at home, and it's relatively new. Myers is on the ground. I think he got a lot of contact, had to take his boot off. I don't know if the laces are ripped or whatnot, but yeah, for Rora, he knows. I'd love to cap this incredible career off with one final push, and you got to use every little piece of fuel available to you, and that's a big one.
22 years professionally, and Rodrigo Lopez announcing he will retire at the end of the season this week. 22 years, and it almost came to a screeching halt back in 2014. Was working construction, almost gave it up, and Graham Smith and Preki gave him a call and said, hey, we have a spot for you. We think you'd be great here in Sacramento. We got a USL club that we're starting, and as they say, the rest is history. And not only has he been so important to the Republic, but to me, he's one of the great Sacramento athletes of all time. I mean, what he has done in the playoffs, what he has done in the Open Cup runs, what he has just done on a random Wednesday night like this, it's hard to put into words. And, you know, personally, I just feel so grateful to have been here through that entire ride. And he just brings a little bit of magic onto the pitch, Adam.
Yeah, it really does. So many big moments. Running behind Rubin. And it's like, you just, as we mentioned, getting to the Jägermeister Cup final, 3 cup finals, leading the team.
The only player in the USL to ever do that.
Yep, and being present for all of them over a long period of time as well. And this is his 3rd stint with this club. A lot of people remember that first one, obviously. The second one, not so much. A lot of credit to the ownership, Todd Donovan, Mark Briggs at the time for, you know, let's get him back on, and for Roro as well. A little bit of redemption. He loves this city. And
well, that was during COVID. It was 2020, and what a hectic time. He had really young kids at the time, and his boys are still young. And, you know, he came back at an opportunity, and even with the injuries he's had over the last couple of years, especially after last year, we felt, man, we may never see 8 again. And the work he's put in, you know, double days, triple days, he said at times here in this offseason. And, you know, some days you just want to give it up, but he made a promise to his son, Roman, who had dealt with a heart issue earlier. And now here's Myers. Is he onside? Appears that he is. Myers trying to go across Vitiello, and Vitiello comes up with another stop. 2 on the night to keep this one level.
And that's why he's so good, Myers. He just makes these little runs off the shoulders of defenders. Timing of his runs is immaculate, and it's a great ball through to him from Segbers. And he does everything right, puts it across the goalkeeper. Vitiello spills it slightly, but not enough for Wes Leggett to get onto the end of it. That's a lovely, you know, we missed that one there, but the ball trickles through.
So we'll talk a lot about Rodrigo Lopez. Of course, we've got more games to come. We've got Saturday as well, but just incredible, just running this off, just the amount of accolades he's received, but, you know, the all-team first selections, the championship Final Cup, final MVP award. And, of course, all that he's done off the pitch as well here. And so we're congratulate him. But we've got to run here. We've got 6 more games potentially for number 8 in the Sacramento side. Meanwhile, Dos Santos and company, they're trying to find the game's first goal. And here's Roro with the touch. How could a game like this where you're finding that maybe you're marked the whole time, how does Roro then put his mark on this game if they're going to pretty much shadow him in a way?
You just got to keep trying to find those pockets of space, and hopefully, you know, when that does happen, it should free up space for other people. And you can see it right now as he's drifting over. Just someone's always got a little eye on him.
Tackle low.
Spalding. Unfortunately for him, though, it's going to be a throw-in for Charleston Battery. And it does. It takes a little bit extra, you know, craftiness that he's capable of to try and get free. Get yourself into the game.
You look at where Charleston has come. 2022, this team 12th place in the Eastern Conference, just 25 points. And in short order, Ben Pierman has turned this club around and turned them into, and I would say, a team that was down because it was just a one season, but you felt like they weren't really going in a direction. And now you feel like the last 3 seasons they've been competing for championships, improving their win total along the way.
And also, I mean, good pressure by Corey Bennett. You lost the league MVP.
Nick Marcanic, yeah.
And so it's okay, where are the goals going to come from? And don't worry about it. We've got Myers setting a new record. He leads the club, actually, in goals in all competitions. He has 19 on the season. Cal Jennings is in second in the Golden Boot for the league with 16 in league play. 7 penalty kicks, but put them in the back of the net. That's what we got to do. Myers only has 1 penalty kick. He has 15 regular season goals. That's incredible stuff.
You think about what Marcanic and Myers were able to do last year, the most prolific scoring duo in USL history. I mean, you think about the Colorado Springs switchback a couple of years ago, and I mean, this, you're right, you're going to have a fall off, but of course you get Cal Jennings, just one of the greatest strikers here in the USL Championship the last couple of years, who played for Neil Collins. Neil brought him into Tampa Bay, and guy can score. He's on the bench tonight, so we'll see how Charleston plays this. They do have a game against Birmingham on Saturday to close out the year. Now, of course, they can't go any better or worse, but you've been in these situations at it where you don't want to fall flat. I mean, you've got to stay prepared. You got to keep your guys ready because you don't want to have an early exit. We saw it in college football this last year where all the good teams, essentially the top rated teams, I should say, got buys in that first round. They all went home. So you don't want to replicate that. Meanwhile, look at this, right? Touch from Roro to Portillo. Now it's Gurr. Gurr is looking for a runner. Waiting for anybody to make that run. And now Lopez, where he likes to operate. Finds Gurr in between a couple of bodies. Roro making it. And just too much of a run.
Maybe flip that play there. Jack Gurr being the runner, Roro being the passer, and it might have got to where he wanted it.
Well, with that, let's step aside here from the California Office of Traffic Safety.
So you're out for a drink. Before that drink turns to drinks, make a plan to get home safe. Just call a friend, a cab, or get a ride share. Whatever you do, don't let drunk drive. Go safely, California.
Talking about MD Myers, he's scored in 5 straight games. And you think, well, that's probably league best. It's not, Adam. You got Peter Wilson of Oakland, who's trying to score in his 8th straight game, who has now taken the lead in the scoring, the Golden Boot race. So, you know, it's what a league. And Oakland, all but out of it, has found a way to just continue to maybe find a little bit of a bright spot for 26.
Might win something. Yeah, and what a run. I think almost Jack Gurr holding that right shoulder. It's not a good sign.
And the only player to score 8 straight is Haji Berry. He did it back in 2018 with Sporting KC. Haji also did it in 21. with Colorado Springs Switchbacks.
We get a little look at how this happened, and they're just tangled up. And DeSantos and
kind of yanks on him a little bit there.
One of those, just feel it afterwards. But it's a great run. Pierre Wilson, incredible. I think on 13, 14 goals in the last 11 games. That's remarkable for a team, who aren't in the best of form. But he has been a true bright spot.
Well, Benny Philhaber has gotten them a little bit better on track. And I think just now, if you formulate a whole off season and can you create something, they've got a little bit more long-term security there in Oakland. And with Reno coming back, they're on the horizon. Love to see it. Monterey Bay, Oakland, Sacramento, Reno. You love these regional rivalries. I think it's really good for the fan bases. It's really great to see these different clubs just something a little bit more on a July match, I'd say, than just in the regular season game. You feel like it's against a team that you want to make sure you own. And for Sacramento, they did win the NorCal Derby. I don't know what they ultimately called it, but we had the most wins against Oakland and Monterey Bay. So
the Hella Cup?
Is it the Hella Cup? I thought that was just a joke. Man, you're right.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think it is, man.
Kids still saying that?
Up here they are, yeah.
Hecka. I know Hecka was like the cleaner version.
Is that cleaner than...
I don't know.
Than Hella?
What do I know?
Yeah, well... And it is. I mean, as a player, you know the fans want to win those games as well. So that gives you that extra fuel. I was fortunate enough in my career to, play for the Portland Timbers against the Seattle Sounders. I also played for the Sounders against the Timbers. I didn't get...
Who did you like playing for more? No, I'm just kidding. I won't do that to you.
Neither. But I mean, both.
Houston.
Yes. Houston,
and
Dallas.
You played for Dallas.
Those too. I played in those. Yeah. I was on both sides of those rivalries. So there's always something at stake. Even when I was with New York Cosmos, we played against the Red Bulls and we played against NYCFC in these Open Cup games. And those were some really, really good matchups. And you knew the fans. I'm not from New York or Dallas or Houston or Seattle or Portland unless if you didn't know that. But you just felt it, and it gave you that extra bit of fuel.
Well, Providence Park, they're right on top of you. It's a little more intimate. Of course, Seattle, one of the playing in the Seahawks Stadium. There's Dominic Vonner streaking forward, trying to get an edge, and he couldn't do it. I don't know if it was last touch by Charleston. It appears that it is, so it will be a corner kick for Sacramento. Great run again by Dominic Vonner.
And that's what he's so good at, just driving on that left-hand side, and he tries to get the ball across, and it was a nice individual piece of defending by Michael Edwards. Gets enough on it. Now they got to try and stop the resulting corner kick.
Edwards officially on loan from the Colorado Rapids of MLS. And here's Rodrigo Lopez. 38-year-old delivering. DeSantos all alone. Jack Gurr trying to get it back to his captain. And a bit of volley work is needed. Roro cutting back to his left. Trying to get to that favorable right foot. And Jack Gurr is going to have company here soon and sends it all the way back to Danny Vitiello. Maybe a little bit heavier than some of the fans would like. You could hear the...
Well, you definitely don't want to underhit those ones, and he knew Wesley Leggett was chasing him from behind. And once again, Jack Gurr's in tons of space on this far side. Nathan DeSantos, you see him at the top of the screen. He has to go inside now because Luis Felipe's there. If someone can switch that ball quickly, Ortiz does not want to be all the way back there. He doesn't want to be a left wing back here. Second left back. And nor is it his strength either.
Well, the 2025 USL Championship playoffs are coming to Sacramento here at Heart Health Park. Get your tickets now. It's going to be Sunday, November 2nd. Head to their team website. Make sure you secure your tickets for that Sunday match. Looks like that game will be at 6 o'clock. Again, this is the rescheduled match after Republic and Charleston were set to play on the weekend of the Jägermeister Cup final. And I believe that was Youth Soccer Day, right, Adam? I think it was sold out months ago. And
it was. My squad was going to be there, but you know what? They get to witness that Jägermeister Cup final instead.
Yeah, a lot of fans making that Saturday night game, and that was just electric here at Heart Health Park. It's hard to just think about, too, and how many memories we've had here in this stadium over the 12 years, and in a couple, we'll be a little bit further west in downtown Sacramento at the rail yards. Still moving dirt, construction underway for a brand new stadium for the Sacramento Republic side. And looking forward to that. I don't know if we'll completely miss this place, but I think you will. It's got its charm. You played here. There's memories there. I've seen some great moments.
Yep. I did play here. I'm trying to remember, did I?
Did you?
I scored a goal here. I scored one goal here.
And you actually were here in year one. It was after the season. The Cosmos came and played Sacramento Republic.
Yeah, that one was Hughes Stadium.
At Hughes Stadium.
Yeah.
I believe a sellout.
It was packed. It was
close.
Packed. Yeah, they got to watch us Cosmos win that game.
Yeah, see, another alliance. There's Adam Moffitt's stand. Where's your bingo card tonight?
I mean, at that point. No.
No, yeah. I don't see you wearing the Cosmos gear.
No, I don't wear it that much.
Does it not fit anymore either?
Nothing fits.
Edwards. A little direct ball coming all the way through, and now on the run is Rubin. Rubin trying to send this ball across. Good run by Leggett. And now Roro with a toe tap. Corey Bennett will able to draw the foul on Graham Smith.
That was just a little glimpse of what they do in the attack, though. It's all those different runs. It's one ball played in, and it might miss the first guy, but you've got someone just lurking in the back, ready just in case there's a slight lapse in concentration from the defending team.
Well, we talk about defensively how good Sacramento is. They've got some standout defenders here. Graham Smith, one of them USL Defender of the Year last year, two-time All-League selection, comes over from Memphis, has a second. I mean, he's a very decorated center back in the USL Championship, and they're going to need him the rest of this way. There's no doubt about it. And it's guys like Graham Smith that allow this attack to move forward. And we've seen it on our side. It's the Kleemans, the Desmonds, the Timmers of the world that make your life easier. You're able to try to score goals. No goals yet in this one. They're past the 40-minute mark. Portillo heading it forward, looking for Vonner. He's going to go right back to the well.
And for those who haven't seen Charleston Battery too much this year, it's the first time we've seen them as a club, Sacramento Republic, but heavily rotated tonight. And still got some players who've played lots of minutes, but they have some real big impact players on the bench who have played substantial minutes and have kind of maybe been given a little bit of a rest, preparing them for a good playoff run. I spoke about Cal Jennings on the bench there, but there's several others too.
When I think about teams like Charleston and Sacramento, the rosters are so deep. It's not like you're bringing in a bunch of guys who've played 20 minutes all season. I mean, these are contributors, and I mean, really a great setup for Ben Pierman to make sure that 20 guys are going to be ultimately ready in these next two games for the playoff push.
And Sacramento's had that recently as well. Good defended by Jack Gert. And they've had that recently. We've seen Justin Portillo get more minutes than he has as of late. Sometimes it's by necessity, and then all of a sudden does well. Hey, you're getting the start tonight. Dominic Vanner's been the same. You know, maybe some injuries. He might not be getting the minutes early in the season. Once again, there's that threat.
Uh-oh. Didn't turn out well. Ortiz able to step on it. Coming to the left side, assuming it's Rubin. Rubin waiting, turning. Charleston. And the press almost turning into something there. Kleeman couldn't get a good foot to it there, and it comes to Danny Vitiello. Rubin again, Adam, we're going to step over.
Yeah, the final ball, Freddie Kleeman redeemed a little bit of redemption there.
There's Roro trying to spray it out. And with that, let's step aside real quick.
At Ashton and Price, we aggressively represent injured victims against insurance companies. That doesn't make us bullies, but fighters. Through honest and aggressive representation, we obtain the best possible outcomes for injured clients, and there's never a fee until we win.
Smith plays it back to Garner. Just his second start in the championship this year for Charleston. Segbers. And the whistle comes in against number 2.
If Sacramento does get that this victory tonight, if they're able to come away with 3 points, they would secure second place. Not only that, they would secure 4th overall. Yeah, I don't think they can go any higher than that. Tulsa above them in the west, and then you've got Charleston, Louisville on the east, and no one else could catch them if they could get to those 48 points, which you might think, well, what does that matter? Todd Donovan and I were speaking earlier when Todd was with LA Galaxy. I was with Houston Dynamo. We finished 6th one year. Good ball into the box. It's going to be nice goal kick. It was the last game of the season. We're like, we're both not doing great here, but we'll rest players. We ended up finishing 6th in the playoff run. Had to do a playing game. Galaxy ended up finishing 5th in the West. We both got to the final. They got to host that final. Yeah. And that's the only reason they won. That's the only reason they won. Nothing to do with David Beckham or Donovan, Robbie Keane, those guys, or Todd Donovan. But you just never know. You want to put yourself in the best position possible.
And then you're saying we should have. Are we? You know, and that's almost feels worse. And to play in front of your home crowd in the final, I mean, what an opportunity. And this is over the top and getting to some spaces. Vonner just trying to poke it forward. A collision. Quite heavy, too, and this might be more than just a foul against Charleston. And the booking comes out for Graham Smith.
Great running by Dominic Vonner. It's been so lively this first half. He's no right to get there. He just doesn't give up. He knows exactly what's going to happen if he touches that ball. He's going to get cleaned out, but he is going to get his team a free kick in a very dangerous area of the field. And this is one that Roro, he'll love in this position right here.
And stoppage time, 2 minutes. Brought to you by the Sacramento County Department of Health Services.
And on these ones, it's so important that you get runners in front of the goalkeeper, in front of that near post. This is a shot. This is basically should be a shot from here. Just putting this on target with pace, with power. Get bodies in front. If it takes a touch, great. If it doesn't, could go in the back of the net.
Lopez, hard-driven ball, hits the wall. Comes back to Spalding. And a little bit lazy. Jack Kerr is going to have to get there quickly, and unfortunately, possession given right back. Nice job by Landry to bit of hustle. And these were you see the better teams in the championship. It's those little small plays that intimately find your way into a final, because every little inch can matter the most. And just as you talked about, you start taking a night off or two, it could hurt you, and then you'll have a long off season. There's Douglas Martinez to throw. Spalding trying to find Felipe. Now Roro putting it over the top, letting Vonner try to run underneath it. Edwards coming to it. Did it come off of Martinez? It looks like it did, and it will be a throw for Sacramento.
That's one last chance to get the big guys up from the back. Ryan Spalding has got a good throw on him. And you're looking for a little glancing header from that first guy, the initial player. And it's all about that second ball. Or they just throw it short and just make me look good.
Up in the air, it's chance for Bennett. It just couldn't hit that top corner. So that's how we'll end the first half in Sacramento. Corey Bennett with his sights on number 5. But it remains level in Sacramento, and Spalding and company just trying to find a way, and it just tucks a bit to the right. So Sacramento and Rodrigo Lopez and the rest of this team huddling here in the center of the pitch, feeling like a golden opportunity coming for this Republic side. The halftime show is next. No score between the Battery and the Republic here in game number 29.
To the beach, and it was totally worth it. Get double points this fall at Best Western.
Whoa, termites can eat a pound of wood a day. Pound of wood a day.
Pound of wood a day. Pound of wood a day.
What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy? You okay?
Keep termites out of your home and your head with our premium guarantee that covers up to $250,000 in new termite damage. Before panic shows up, Terminix it.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kind of everything. Get double points this fall at Best Western.
A pivotal victory in booking a spot in the playoffs for the first time.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
Welcome back to Sacramento, the Battery in the Republic. no score through 45 minutes here. And both these teams with the sights set on the second position in their respective conferences. Sacramento will need a win here in their final two to do just that. Most likely, I should say. You never quite know what can happen here. Let's get to our USL news and notes. We go around the league. We talk a little bit about some of the leaders. And we're going with Peter Wilson, who's right now leading the Golden Boot race. And then you've got Damian Loss, Golden Gloves, and Danny Video right now in third. But there's some great opportunities for some awards coming. And Sacramento would just like the one at the end of the season, I think, Adam.
The Golden Championship? Is that what they call that one?
Golden Championship, yes. We can drape that trophy in gold. Well, we mentioned earlier, we talked about a little bit in the broadcast, but Rodrigo Lopez announcing this week he will be saying goodbye to professional soccer as a player at the end of the season here in one of the greatest moments. Puts that one in, beats LA after going down 2-0. Republic win 3-2. They take on Harrisburg City Islanders, and I mean, that moment he solidified his name in the history books of Sacramento sports forever.
Incredible scenes. I wonder how many people in the stands from that little clip there are still out here, still watching him 11 years on. Incredible stuff.
More to come here. Seba and company will be making some changes at the break. Parado and Seba, fantastic in the draw against Lexington. They may see some action here. More to come here in the Videla Halftime Show.
Years we've been met with hurdle after hurdle, bump after bump. But one thing anyone who has spent any time in the city knows, if one path gets cut off, we find another or create another.
All those in favor? Aye. Passes unanimously.
At Sky River Casino, join today for a chance to receive up to $2,500 in free play. Take your loyalty to new heights with rewards that add up and up. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
Listen up. Why do you do it? You ignore the signs and the flashing lights.
Don't you see the work zone?
Seriously? Caltrans is working right there. Right next to your speeding car. My mom is out there. That's my dad's truck. That's my papa behind those cones.
So slow down.
Watch out for them. And be alert. How would you feel if that was your dad? Be alert. Be work zone alert.
At Sky River Casino, experience the height of hospitality. With 18 restaurants and bars, there's something for everyone. It's taste on a whole new level. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com.
next MLS team, we'll do that any Wednesday, any Saturday.
It's our house. No one comes into our house and beats us.
If you're against us, it's not going to be good for you. But if you're with us, it's the greatest day you ever had.
The Kings of Chaos strike again.
They create such a loud environment, flags waving, chants.
When the team plays, it's like we're going to the battle with them.
It's always sort of that New Mexico underdog story just waiting to happen.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Western Health Advantage Insurance Plans that balance value and coverage. By UC Davis Health, believe in better. And by Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Highlights in second half. Kickoff is coming up next.
This is like a specialty gym that I've never seen in an apartment complex before. It truly is amazing.
There's a little bit of everything. You can go upstairs, do some cardio. Downstairs, there's powerlifting stuff.
Really whatever you need in terms of weights, like barbells.
There's rooms to choose from. There's a Pilates room. They have a boxing bag. I would say it's probably the nicest gym that I've had access to.
¿Cómo se crea una comunidad con actitud ganadora? Manteniéndonos activos, trabajando y jugando juntos, fortaleciendo nuestros cuerpos, huesos y músculos con alimentos sanos, frescos y regionales. Crystal Creamery orgullosamente patrocina a atletas y equipos deportivos en el Valle Central de California. Porque cuando nutres a una comunidad, la comunidad prospera. Crystal Creamery. Simple, local, fresh.
We embody passion, grit, and curiosity.
Pushing boundaries and challenging norms.
We challenge each other intellectually
and practice kindness,
leaving a lasting impact wherever we go.
We do hard things the right way.
Soaring high and inspiring others to do the same.
It's a mindset and a lifestyle.
It's the way of the Hornet.
At Sky River Casino. Catch all the action with rewards that add up and up. Experience new heights. With 18 restaurants, bars, and lounges, there's something for everyone. Enjoy over 80 table games, more than 2,100 slot machines, and our thrilling high-limit room. Savor the win. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com.
You're nothing short of unique. Your goals, your experiences, but most importantly, your health. Cookie-cutter health coverage just doesn't cut it. Western Health Advantage provides what really matters. Flexible plans that work for your individual needs. Support for healthy obsessions, getting more than the basics. Care that uplifts our community. That's my advantage. Whether you get insurance from an employer or Covered California, make the healthy switch and find your advantage at westernhealth.com.
The USL on CBS is presented by Best Western Hotel and Resorts, the official hotel partner of the United Soccer League. Let's take a look at our first half highlights. Brought to you by Modelo, brewed with those with a fighting spirit. Back and forth here early on. Sacramento owning possession, tried to find a way in the net, and the first good looks, though, coming on a set piece. Douglas Martinez hopes so, going against his former teammate there.
And he almost sneaks that one in near post. He does really well from that tight of an angle, getting it on target. Comfortable enough in the end for Vitiello, and this is the runs that MD Myers makes. Just going on the shoulders of the defenders and just tries to flash it right across the goal of Danny Vitiello, trying to hit that far corner. Again, it's going to take a little bit more to beat one of the best goalkeepers we've seen in the USL Championship, but both teams have had opportunities.
And for Sacramento at the end, right before the went to break, Corey Bennett almost finding a header. Would have been his 5th on the year. Not to be. He's been close now in back-to-back halves. And will he find a way here? A couple of changes coming, perhaps, for Sacramento. And we'll see whether or not Charleston Battery is going to make a change as well. No official word yet. We've got a couple of players. Malloy, one of them.
Well, looks like Cody Baker's coming in for Jared Timmer on the Sacramento side of things. That's the only change they seem to be making. And then on the other side, it's just Aaron Malloy comes in for Vigo Ortiz.
Aaron Malloy sharing a nice moment with Rodrigo Lopez, too, taking a picture at midfield before the game began. And I mean, you talk about maybe the 2 greatest midfielders in the USL Championship. You're talking Aaron Malloy and Rodrigo Lopez. This is really great to see both of them on the pitch at the exact same time. And I have to wonder if he asked to get into this game here.
Yeah, it's the kind of game you want to play in. And these guys are preparing for the playoffs. So Malloy coming in, Jennings coming in as well at halftime. So we'll see who all comes out of this one. Ortiz, I believe, was one of them. And they're going to go for this. And they're going to try and win it. Rubin's still on the field. Looks like it was Myers who came out. Myers had the chance in the first half to maybe try and catch Peter Wilson a little bit. Now it's Jennings' chance this half.
Kyle Jennings with 16 goals, 6 assists. This is a guy that is decorated, to say the least. 2 seasons with Tampa Bay, 34 goals, 5 assists, and he's continued that here. Sacramento now heading to the north end of the field toward the Tower Bridge Battalion. The north stands, and Rodrigo Lopez and company trying to see if they can get 3 points here and for certain hold on to that second position in the Western Conference. They got one more against Miami, who's at the bottom of the USL Championship. But a dangerous team that doesn't have a lot to play for. It's not where you want to head into that final game of the season. What'd you like from Charleston in that first half of play?
I think Charleston did well defensively. I think they limited Sacramento in their opportunities in the attack. And some changes, maybe not the players they're used to having up there, but they still look threatening at times, getting a lot of bodies forward. And I think, obviously, with the 2 additions they've had here, to their most important players, Malloy coming in, you'll just see the quality he possesses during the run of play and then on set pieces as well. And then Cal Jennings, you spoke about him, just a real threat, non-stop pressure.
And Malloy, not only just someone that the league has kept an eye on, but players as well. Meanwhile, Battery moving forward, sliding some space, trying to find Jennings up the spine. And the Republic back line does enough to send it clear, and he erases the threat against Danny Vidiello. 2 saves made by Vidiello. None by Christian Garner in the first half of play. Sacramento had 4 shots, none on target. There's Douglas Martinez. Did win the title with the Real Monarchs of Salt Lake City back in 2019. Did play with RSL as well.
In the match, number 26, Cal Jennings, replacing number 9.
Interesting role for him in that right back position. He's a guy that was brought into Sacramento to be the number 9. So,
yeah, I haven't seen too much of Charleston this year, but seeing Martinez playing in that right back role, and he's done well. And he possesses all that. That's great. You know, a player can adapt. Jack Gurr looks like he's in a ton of space, and this flag is going to go up.
It's going to go up. Corey Bennett was waiting in the 6, but it was taken away before the opportunity came. Just a step beyond. Charleston again, always threatening and almost finding a way early in this second half.
Yeah, Landry feeds that in. And it's been a good half by Segbers, a couple of these balls, and that's the runs. In the first half, it was Myers making them. And this time it was Jennings.
Malloy coming from Memphis. As MVP finalist in 2022, All-League first team last year, and Ben Pierman took this job in Charleston. There was no doubt number 6 was on his mind to help set a culture, help set a standard, and I think he's done just that. Roro finding Vonner. Vonner cutting into the inside, looking for a run. There was Felipe. Back to Roro. It comes. He's tripped up. Wide open space, and Rodrigo Lopez feels like it should be more than just a whistle.
Yeah, nice touch from Roro. Vonner gives him that ball. Edwards straight on him. Beautiful little touch. Yeah, nothing more given. Just a free kick for Sacramento.
What do you like here for number 8?
Now, these are the ones typically what you'll see is Roro's just assessing his options. He's looking left, he's looking right, and the reason you do that is when there's a little bit of a central free kick here, you split them up. You put some of the big guys on the left, some of the big guys on the right. It's a matter of winning that ball and going for the seconds. Or playing it short.
Fine it, Portillo.
I'm pretty good at these.
Sent all the way across, looking for Lee Desmond, heads it down, tapped in! It's Corey Bennett! Oh, sensational! An assist for Lee Desmond, his first in the championship this year, and it pays off brilliantly. What a set piece designed by the Sacramento coaching staff, and the players execute it to perfection.
Yeah, and it's the same. You've got at the far post, you've got Lee Desmond, and he just puts in such a dangerous spot. Corey Bennett denied last week by the offside flag. He's not offside on this one. And that is a massive goal, and one that could be securing that second spot for Sacramento Republic. That's a proper striker's goal as well. He knew as soon as that ball was going towards Lee Desmond, he's making that run. He's getting to the most dangerous area that he can score a goal from. And simple enough in the end.
His 5th on the year. Comes to Sacramento after a year in Las Vegas where he had 15 goals in the regular season. And he has been a great addition to this team in the attack as they've dealt with a few injuries with Saba and Cicerone. And now quickly back, here comes Charleston. And a foul is going to come all the way back to the original play. Jack Gurr and Luis Felipe arguing otherwise, but Leggett remains on the ground. That was a threatening look, though, to answer right back from Charleston, as the advantage may have been given to play on.
It was, and it was long, so, and they didn't capitalize on it. So I don't know, did you get both? I mean, it looked like it was Segbers, who probably should have taken a shot, and the initial one is, as Leggett comes in here, gets cleaned up by Kleeman. That is a free kick, but the referee lets him play. You know, don't think Sacramento were too happy about how long that took.
Well, they've got work to do here after scoring the first goal of the evening. And now one of the best, Aaron Malloy, 2 goals, 5 assists on the season. And just like maybe the opponent fears number 8, Rodrigo Lopez standing over a ball for many teams in the East, it's number 6, Aaron Malloy. Watch Dos Santos on this backside too, as Freddie Kleeman and going to get a further discussion with the referee here, Christian Campo Hernandez.
Scored many a goal from here, just a little glance on it.
Well struck ball, waiting for the flick. It was Jennings crashing toward Danny Vitiello, and just a bit too much on it, and Republic will have a goal kick.
Just slightly behind him in the end, but he was wide open. Jennings, that ball just half a foot the wrong side of a prolific striker. And lots of time left in this one. Charleston Battery will throw everything at it again. Win or lose, it doesn't really matter too much for them. Nice look at the USL Championship ball. Select.
The official ball supplier of the USL Champion.
I never read that. I forgot what he was going to say. Yeah. It is funny touching those soccer balls. I mean, I coached 9 and 10-year-old kids, and before the game when we're down on the field kicking that ball, I'm like, this is solid. It's so hard. Can't do that anymore. I'm like, did I used to kick a ball this hard when I just a size 4, under deflated? Most kids show up. It's not pumped up right. It's my kind of jam right now.
Let's say the mini ball that you get tossed in the stands here. Is that more what you're looking for?
Yeah, that's what I need. Yeah, it's good on the joints.
Lee Desmond selling out there to prevent a look on the complete opposite side of the pitch for Charleston. And it was Rubin waiting. Here's Martinez. Landry falls into some space, going to punch this forward. It's like Charleston trying to send a Croston. Coming was Leggett. And Spalding allowed it to develop, and now we have a corner kick for the Battery, who are trying to answer back after giving up the game's first goal in the 50th.
And Sacramento got that goal, and they just got to be careful about sitting back too early, because this is a team who you give them a lot. You give them 35 minutes of attacking, they're probably going to score.
Malloy outswinging ball comes through. Bodies flying around. The follow-up is a bit of pace, but a bit off the mark. And with that, let's hear from our sponsor, it's SMUD.
SMUD's Clean Power City movement is happening. Hundreds of thousands are taking action, driving electric, making clean power choices, and saving money with SMUD rebates. Together, we're changing the world. For 99 ways to join the charge, visit cleanpowercity.org.
Felipe gets ahead to it. Sacramento trying to take advantage. Malloy, though, working around. Felipe able to get a poke in on it. Good tackle. Now it's Malloy and Vonner battling. And Malloy may have just done enough. Roro finding Vonner. On the ground. Oh, what a cross from Spalding. And Martinez has to concede. It was Bennett again, just outside the 6. Sacramento almost doubling their lead, but that touch from Rodrigo Lopez, as class as ever, nearly sets up the second for Sacramento, but now it'll be a corner kick for number 8. And the captain with a chance now from a set piece. Sacramento able to find a way in the 50th. Driven well near post. Crouching was Kleeman, but it comes back to Roro. Delivers again, back post, chance for Sacramento. And it looks like Dos Santos may have saved another quality look as Cody Baker and company threatening there, Adam. Almost 2 sensational looks here. Let's take another look at it.
It was Dos Santos against that flick. It's going to be another corner kick from the other side. Roro getting his steps in. That was a vicious ball he put in there. I mean, that is just begging for someone to get their head on it. Cody Baker coming at the back post, wasn't too far away. And the assistant referee's going to pull that player on the ground in the box.
It looks like Edwards is up, as is Dos Santos and Graham along that back line. Bennett jockeying for position. Vonner will step aside. It will be Roro instead. And Graham Smith sends it out of the stadium nearly. When kept it in.
I think Sacramento's, they're looking to try and you're getting a little read on things here, and there's a lot of jostling happening in the box, and I think there's going to be a little delay on taking this again. The referee's having a few words. Douglas Martinez is probably involved. Good thing Herrera's not on right now. Those two would be.
Bonner skipping this one in, bounces in the 6, last touched by Charleston. It'll be another Atlas disposal corner kick for Sacramento.
Well, keep them coming.
Crowd stomping their feet here at Ardell Park on the metal bleachers on a 61-degree night. Slight breeze going away from goal. Rodrigo Lopez, single arm up. Driven well into some space, comes all the way through. Body's hitting the dirt. And recovered by Spalding. Baker awaits. Spalding trying to get down low. Sends his cross in. Awaiting again. And Charleston's going to see Sacramento come right back at him. Vidiello floating it. This one's coming through. Almost a chance there for Vonner to step on one. And Baker taking no chances. Hands it away. To throw in for now Charleston, who was able to escape that barrage of corner kicks from Sacramento. And it remains a Corey Bennett goal, the difference here about 10 minutes ago. Rodrigo Lopez, 45 goals, 49 assists in his career.
And for Charleston Battery, comfortable at the back. That's the modern game there, Rob.
Well, and Gardner has not played a lot of minutes, and you know, we've seen Jared Mazzola come in and shine, and it's not only about ability, but just being comfortable in those situations.
Yeah, you want to, any youngsters watching this game, you want to be goalkeeper, you got to be able to use your feet. In this day and age, you are an extra player when you have possession of the ball. You've got to be comfortable like that. The player's running at you, hey, pass me the ball. It's good to see from Garner. Again, not a lot of minutes, but he's done well tonight. Nothing he could do on that goal. And for Charleston Battery, obviously the way that the divisions or the conferences are done, you know, you get to play against teams in the other conference. Incredible. These guys haven't lost a game against the Western Conference team this year. Can you believe that?
5-0-2.
But this might be their night to lose one. I mean, that's an impressive stat.
Over the top, Cal Jennings trying to cut it back. Rubin finding Jennings. Jennings just trying to chip one with the left foot that time. And the man with 80-plus goals in his USL Championship career, he's hungry to tie the lead with Peter Wilson, who has 17 on the season. Last loss for Charleston against Rhode Island, August 30th. Here's Danny Vidiello, 57 shutouts in his career. He's got 43 with Sacramento. Well done by Felipe. Martinez in a foot race is able to get there before Vonner. And unfortunately, that will lead to a goal kick for Charleston.
Thanks to that last goal by Republic FC, our friends at Sativa Vineyards and Winery. Everyone in section NB row 11 just got hooked up.
Well, choosing the right health plan for you and your family is simple with Western Health Advantage. Check out their affordable plans. They've been keeping the community strong for more than 25 years. WesternHealth.com.
The referee's having a word with Roro and Landry. They've been going at it for a few minutes. Not too sure why. Well, that's something the referee's going to keep an eye on. Maybe we should too.
Jennings. He's going to come right back at Cody Baker, the youngster from Seattle. Landry. Malloy. And out of the wing it comes. Jack Gurr. Individual defending tonight has been superb from number 2. sitting on 18 wins for the season, ties their total from a year ago, and in fewer games they might get to 19 by the end of the weekend. We've gotten to 20 wins in regular season and playoffs, and trying to avenge that loss to Rhode Island, a 2-1 defeat in the semis last year. And we're going to have a couple of changes. And for Sacramento, it will mean the end of the night for number 8, Rodrigo Lopez. It will be replaced by Michel Benitez.
Number 22, Michel Benitez.
It likely means Luis Felipe will move a bit forward. And Rodrigo Lopez getting a standing ovation during the week where he announced his retirement. And I'd imagine this means we're going to see him on Saturday, Adam.
Yeah, and he's a little upset. He wants to keep going. What a competitor.
And he gets a hug from Douglas Martinez as well, the former teammates. And look, we get it. Number 8 wants to stay on the pitch, see this one out. But Neil Collins has had to have that conversation more than once this season. We need you for this postseason push. And a bit of a battle between Rubin and Spalding.
Better than me in my last year. I was like, can I come out?
Right,
can I not go in?
Well, and just look at Rodrigo Lopez, and they've had to limit minutes here this year. They didn't want to overdo it. 38 years of age, and not just the age, but coming off the injuries that he's had over the top. Look at this pretty. Oh my! Here comes Jack Gurr in space. Gurr trying to find a teammate, and just able to send it clear as Charleston. But you look at where he is in assist rate. And for Charleston Battery, they've got the leader in this in Torres. And Juan David Torres with 10 assists on the year. He's averaged an assist every 188 minutes. Well, Rodrigo Lopez has played nearly 800 fewer minutes and has 6 assists and is getting an assist every 182 minutes. So you feel like, you put those minutes on, and Rodrigo Lopez is right there. This one's chipped over the top. Could be good for Sacramento. It's Luis Felipe. Had to bring it down and looks to reset. Curls it back into the box. Takes an awkward deflection. Charleston trying to run right back at it, but Sacramento's regained possession one more time. I'm just astonishing in terms of numbers. Now, Torres tied with 2 others. Hope Avievu and Aiden Quinn for that lead. But it just shows how good he has been here in 2025. Luis Felipe with a step, trying to find a teammate, comes to Baker. Now it's Portillo. All the way to Freddie Kleeman. Why not? Over the top, chipping it in. Not sure what the end result was supposed to be, but
that's why not, maybe. Get him on the end of those, Freddie Kleeman. He was trying to float that to the back post.
So Republic have made 2 changes. Cody Baker and Michel Benitez. And 2 changes for Charleston.
Justin Portillo is down. He's holding his shoulder. As he made that challenge on Landry, we get a look at Roro. Sees his fellow midfielder. That's not a good. It's not a good look for Justin Portillo. We saw Jack Gurr in the first half. Didn't look too serious. This one does not look good straight away.
Well, especially with no Blake Willie and no Nick Ross on the bench tonight. But you do have Sebastian Herrera, Christian Pirano, AJ Edwards, Lewis Jamison. So we'll see what change may have to be made. And this would be a bummer if Portillo cannot go. He's been solid again tonight. And for a guy who's been biding his time this year, you just hate to see it, and we've seen it a couple times. And Ryan JJ, an example of that, and Lewis Jamison off to a hot start. He got injured in the early part of the year. Part of the reason they had to bring in Corey Bennett, and it's part of it, Adam. But it's hard to see when you see guys who go day in and day out in training, just trying to get an opportunity, and then when they get one, ends up with an injury. Hopefully, this is Not too serious for Justin Portillo, but this coaching staff is having a conversation about maybe some changes here as we near the 70th minute.
Yeah, and we'll see if he's able to continue. Justin Portillo, you know, there's certain injuries you get. It doesn't look good if you're going to run around like that, but and just judging by his reaction, it seems a little bit more serious. And there's certain injuries where it's, you know what, you just tough it out. And there's certain ones where you putting the player at further risk of when they step back on that field. And we'll see what's going to happen here.
Well, the way he's dangling his arm, it does not look good, but we'll see what happens. He's trying to come back in. I just don't see it. I think they're going to get someone off the bench here for Sacramento. He's going to probably be done for the night. Disappointing for Justin Portillo. It's been really good. 2 games in a row here for the Republic, who don't need any more injuries as we get into the stretch run here. The last week of the season, ready for the postseason yet again. I mean, think about the history of these 2 teams. A foul comes in. It's getting a little chippy out there, and these teams have only missed the playoffs once in their club's history.
Yeah, and it is. And both teams looking likely are going to finish second in their respective divisions, their respective conferences. I keep saying divisions.
Well, there was divisions a couple of years ago, so it's started, change it up.
NBA started last night. They divisions? Oh,
barely.
And conferences, and yeah. And yeah, you do feel for Justin Portillo, though, as you mentioned, Rob. Just a great couple games for him. And he's bided his time, and he true professional. He's come in, and that's the personal side of this game. Good defending, Cody Baker. You work so hard for something, and all of a sudden it's that time, and you maybe don't get to do it. So Pirano comes into the game for him.
So Christian Pirano having probably the best year of his career. And that will drop Felipe back and put Pirano on that right wing.
Christian Pirano.
Pirano 6 goals and assist on the season. A couple goal contributions in the Jägermeister Cup as well. And there was Michel Benitez flying in front of Rubin. So 3rd change for Sacramento on the evening. And with this break here, let's step aside and hear from Pacific Office Automation.
Pacific Office Automation is your one-stop shop for office technology, copiers and printers, managed IT, unified communications, and more. Visit pacificoffice.com. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
Danny Vitiello, one of 3 players in the championship to have played every minute of the USL Championship regular season here in 2025. Felipe, he's got Corey Bennett, who's backpedaling, waiting for it, trying to bring it down. It just skirts to Garner.
Nice idea from Luis Felipe. Defenders recovered just enough to thwart the danger.
Desmond finding Pirano. His first touches had a goal against Lexington from Rodrigo Lopez on that Friday night comeback that almost saw Sacramento come away with 3 points. Great ball there again by Desmond. It's Spalding. He's got Vonner on the run, peeling away, curling ball, and just a run mistimed a tad. No one making the near post run, and Garner able to pluck it out of the air easy enough. It was Garner's 2nd stint with the black and yellow. Spent some time 2024 season on a short-term loan from Greenville Triumph. Unfortunately, his former club took a 1-0 victory over this Charleston team in the Jägermeister Cup, essentially sending them home for that tournament with so many different groups. And It was about goals and getting wins. It seemed like once you dropped one, it was going to be tough. And the fouls are starting to pile up here on this evening in Sacramento.
I'll eat the clock up for Sacramento. They've done a really good job containing the attack of Charleston Battery tonight, and a lot of credit. And there is, yes, some rotation, some players. It's maybe not the strongest lineup, especially attack-wise for Charleston Battery, but you've still got quality out there.
But in terms of Ben Pierman's side as well, I mean, you're going to be called on to have to maybe make some adjustments in the postseason, and maybe this was an opportunity for him to get some looks on how different combinations might be working here in the last few games. Vitiello sending it forward. It'll come to Edwards, fall to Rubin. Malloy gets stuck, and it's a chance for Sacramento, and unfortunately get it right back. Jennings, and now here comes Charleston. This is what they do best, just streaking forward, trying to find Jennings off the chest, and it's Danny Vitiello holding his ground. As quick as it seems like they're falling apart, they're right back down your throat.
I mean, that's so good, Cal Jennings. He lays it off, and he just gets on his bike. And wonderful balls. Rodriguez, I think it was, maybe came off the hand of Cal Jennings, left an arm in there too, but that is just how dangerous they can be. Michel Benitez not want to shy away from the physicality. And that's what Jennings does so well. Myers does the same. You know, they'll just knock a ball out, and then but they just go. They'll go. Hey, I'm off again. So, and your teammates know you're running non-stop as well, so they're going to look for you.
Segber is dropping into that right back position with Martinez is out, and Rodriguez, it goes into the midfield. And nearly got his team on the board to Cal Jennings. Dos Santos now sending a cross in, back post. This has danger written all over it for Sacramento, trying to bring it down the follow. Can't get it there. Kleeman just throwing his body around. And Sacramento comes away clean on another battery threat. And the shots just can't get there for this Charleston team.
Yeah, just wouldn't sit down for Cal Jennings. He was backing up, and Freddie Kleeman puts his body on the line. Kind of caught his leg a little bit, Freddie Kleeman there. And something to keep an eye on. His knee got caught underneath, and that'll open up. And he is holding it. He's limping a little bit. None of Vitiello's going to play this long. That is... hopefully he's good to go. Vitiello sends it long.
A couple more changes for Neil Collins' side to try to see this game out. Cal Jennings, ever dangerous from the penalty spot as well. It'll be exciting to watch this Charleston team in that Eastern Conference playoff. And who will they play in that first round? A little bit undecided still in those final spots up for grabs.
Yeah, they're just such intent in their attack, and that's the reason why they lead the league in goals. Just when it's in those dangerous areas, they're just, everybody's just on it. It's almost gung-ho, just the way they attack. Well done, Spalding. Gets the throw in. And now some time for some changes. Lewis Jamieson being one of them. Chibi Akebu as well. Vonner comes up. Good game from Dominic Vonner once again.
Chibi Akebu, the youngster. And he's really throwing in. Let's just get him an opportunity again here. The Roseville native. So Benitez will come out to the left side.
That was a yellow card given to Cody Baker for time wasting.
79th minute for 15, Cody Baker.
Another great performance from Dominic Bonner, as you mentioned there, Adam. He just provides a lot of threat from that left wing, especially without Russell Cicerone. Someone is going to need to fill that role at times, and he has done it. Jennings coming to it just outside the penalty area, marked by Kleeman. Now here comes Baker to help. And the flag goes up. And pulling the back of the shirt of Jennings was Kleeman, and it will set up this set piece for the Charleston Battery.
Yeah, great running once again by Cal Jennings. Give Malloy too much time and space. He's going to pick those passes. An ever willing runner. It's going to be a free kick, dangerous spot. Arm Malloy over it.
Malloy chipping, back post, waiting. This one's high. Okebu able to get there.
Oh, this is on.
And this is Pirano, one-on-one. Segber's trying to track him down. Bennett in support. Bennett out wide. Numbers able to recover for the Battery. Bennett with a left-footed strike. Couldn't get enough purchase on it. And made the ball hung up just a tad, but Segber's with a good recovery. Sacramento with a golden chance there to make this a 2-0 game and likely send it home.
Oh, and it was just the initial ball from Lewis Jamieson. Brilliant for spotting it, but if he's able, maybe rushed it slightly, if he's able to get a little bit more purchase on it, it's in front of Pirano, and he probably has a better chance of outrunning Segber's. I don't know if he does. He's not the quick. He's quick, Pirano, but he's not got that lightning speed to get away from people. And once he had to slow down, it was tough.
Well, Charleston, if it were to conclude today, would take on Rhode Island, and that is their last defeat, a 1-0 loss to Rhode Island back on August 30th. And of course, this is the team that knocked them out of the playoffs a season ago. We'll see whether or not that holds, and there's going to be another change. And this will be Charleston again. And it will be Jeremy Kelly into the game for Landry. So Landry is out, and Kelly getting an opportunity here late in this game to try to make a difference. He's got a goal on the season. Played for Crowleytown for a year and a half before coming to sign up with a Battery. No time to rest for Sacramento. We saw last week, Adam, Republic put a couple of goals late against Lexington. Graham Smith coming crashing in. This is the Republic trying to come into it. Pirano and Kelly colliding, and it's Pirano who's shown yellow.
Yellow card issued on number 10 for Republic SC in the 82nd minute, Christian Pirano.
There'll be another chance from this free kick, and Kelly was the one that got there first. See the need for the yellow card.
Those are tough. I don't like those.
It's a foul. He doesn't get there. Kelly definitely gets to the ball first. I don't think you need.
Well, to me, Pirano slows up too. I think that's my point.
Yeah,
so
maybe,
then if you,
do you want him flying with his leg?
Yeah.
You know, so
right. Turns back, slows down. A little bit of a different contact than going studs high. This is a good position here for Aaron Malloy and Charleston Battery. You're down just a goal.
We haven't seen any of these yet. This is within shooting range.
Malloy will give it a ride, but he can't get past the wall. Jameson and Gurr right there to make the stop. Putting their bodies out on the line. And Jack Gurr, he's going to be hit with a yellow card, just battling, and got a hand up in the face of appears to be Rodriguez. And now another similar set piece a little bit further out for the Charleston Battery.
Well, it's definitely been chippy. Jack Gurr does well. He gets hit in the face there. He could have gone down, doesn't. Rodriguez does.
Crowd seeing the replay here in the stadium and doesn't agree with what they saw, but nonetheless, another set piece opportunity here Sacramento and Charleston getting in their work on set-piece defending here tonight.
Yeah, and that's I don't like that stuff. I mean, it's like Jack Kerr did get hit in the face before that, and just he's honest, he's true, he respects the game, he stays on his feet. Rodriguez, and he's contact, and he's down.
Ball driven well, dipping. Good look there for Charleston. And Sacramento pleading. Well, they won't have the opinion go in their favor from Christian Campo Hernandez, and it will set up a corner kick here. Can Sacramento find a way to regain possession here? It's been a bit of the battery. It's Arturo Rodriguez, 6 goals, 3 assists on the year. Headed back, it's an opportunity for Jennings. And Vidiello maybe gets his body big enough to disrupt number 26. But a good set piece again from Charleston.
Yeah, they win in the initial ball, and then on the second one, a tough one for Cal Jennings. He couldn't get anything on it. Vidiello made himself big. Let him know he was in the vicinity. Sacramento's got 5 minutes. You're going to probably see at least 4 minutes of stoppage time. So you're looking at almost 10 minutes to try and see this one out. The momentum is definitely with Charleston Battery, but they may really throw everything at this in the last few minutes.
Leggett. Down it comes. Benitez.
Don't foul. Don't keep giving away silly fouls. You've had to stave off a lot of free kicks, set pieces, corner kicks so far. You don't want to keep doing that.
Leggett trying to get a turn on it. Cross is denied by Cody Baker, the 21-year-old officially on loan from the Seattle Sounders. And playing a big role here this evening. It'll be Rodriguez again. Former Phoenix man sets this one up, flying in. Good look again by the Battery. Sacramento can't come away with it as Jamison gets a toe to it, but it's enough for the recovery of Jeremy Kelly. And the final home match coming up for Sacramento this Saturday. Make sure you get your tickets. This one's crossed in. And Malloy comes flying in, and Neil Collins hoping for a foul. They won't get it. Rodriguez turning away is Edwards. Malloy again. Sacramento doing everything they can to stop this, but it's an opportunity here to try to see if they can get this possession back. And then Battery's doing about everything they can to keep it. Keep peppering this. This is where they're so good in possession. We've seen Sacramento work throughout this year, getting better at retaining possession after maybe a set piece doesn't go their way. And Charleston's probably just as good, if maybe not better at times at this. And Rubin trying to go forward. And now Sacramento with a chance. See if they can burn a little bit of clock here at him.
Yeah, and the best way to do that is possess the ball. Make Charleston run around, waste their energy chasing it. And they've done well one side to the other.
Crowd likes it. Cody Baker cutting back, didn't see.
He could be off here.
Malloy grabbing the shirt. And Neil Collins is irate.
And the yellow card's coming up for Neil Collins. I thought that was going to be for Cody Baker.
I think Neil may have taken that one, and
yeah.
Takes the attention away from number 16. Still a few minutes here to play in Sacramento. The Republic with a Corey Bennett goal. And that is the difference. An assist from Lee Desmond, his first in the championship this year. Both teams put to the test, and Michelle Benitez just comes right through Rodriguez. And really, Charleston had nothing going there, Adam. Now you've given them another chance to put Aaron Malloy on top of the ball.
Yeah, it's these moments in Sacramento at home. I've been vulnerable with the lead late in games, unfortunately, and that's one of the things the teams will come in and think, okay, we keep going, we can get them. So this will be a massive boost if the Republic can hold this up, but they got to be smarter. They got to stop giving away some of these fouls.
It looks like it's going to be Rodriguez instead. Dropping this one, it's Jennings, got to it. Vitiello will go to the air with it, and he'll fall to the turf. Vitiello pleading for his team to go up. Looking to get number 12 on the year. In terms of shutouts for Danny Vitiello in the regular season, they've still got work to do here in Northern California. Shel Benitez. How much time will be added? Played forward. It's Rodriguez in stride, trying to curl it through. Opportunity comes off Vitiello, and he gobbles it up. It was there for the taking for Charleston. Flying down the pitch was Rubin and Jennings, and look at this. Danny Vitiello, 3 massive stops tonight and keeps the shutout alive.
Oh, that was huge. Great play by the Battery. They think they've got it. Initial save by Danny Vitiello, and then to follow up, stop Cal Jennings getting on the rebound. And Freddie Kleeman has gone down. I spoke about that earlier. He just fell awkwardly early in the game. I think he kind of opened up his knee a little bit. Hopefully he's good to continue. Wesley Leggett comes out the game. Rodriguez comes into the game. This time Diego.
Yeah, Diego, the 18-year-old out of Mexico, former FC Dallas Academy product. Getting some last-minute action. It'll be about 5 minutes of stoppage time here.
Freddie Kleeman's moving well. I think he should be able to see out the rest of this game.
Hopefully he's just kind of a bruise or something. I hope it's nothing more. This guy has been just much of an MVP for this team than anybody. And he's back out there to see this one out. This would officially clinch Sacramento's the number 2 seed. And a Republic player is down. It looks like it's Corey Bennett, and there's going to be a yellow card shown to the Battery. And really for them, it just sort of wastes more time. Yeah. Really a silly foul late.
Yeah, you'll take that if you're Sacramento. Hopefully it's nothing too serious to Corey Bennett.
A yellow card has been issued to Charleston Battery in the 90th
Sacramento in search of their 6th home win of the year. 7 draws here at Moffett. We've seen some games, late game heroics by the opponent coming into this building, and for Sacramento, they'd love to cap it off with 2 wins here at Hard Health Park. But Chirpy, this is one of those interesting games between 2 teams that don't have a lot of history. There's not a lot of bad blood between them. We've usually seen each other kind of midway through the year. And tonight, though, there's a feeling of a little bit of a playoff taste to it, Adam. Benitez trying to keep possession for Sacramento. It's stepping right through. Here comes the Battery.
Well, this may not be the last time these 2 sides face each other this season. You just never know. That would be fireworks.
Did anyone even, we talk about the NCAA basketball bracket. Can you match that? And how many picks can you get right? I don't know if anyone got the picks right just of these 16 teams last year. Edwards just putting this forward. Chibi Okebu. Lee Desmond able to get a high foot to it. Well done by Luis Felipe. Now Pirano's dragging his feet, and Pirano is shut down. A little bit of an elbow from Segbers. And the yellow cards are piling up here, Adam.
I love that from Christian Pirano, though. Just get back up, get back on with it. No need to get on the ground, roll around.
There's a bit of chirping between these two teams late.
Maybe he should have gone on the ground, wasted a little bit of time here, but
Charleston battery, number 2, Mark Severs. Here we go, presented by the Austin Craft Safety Conference.
Baker and Chase going to send it all the way to Vidiello. Rubin making a run as well, trying to apply some pressure. Sacramento see this one out, about a minute or two left.
And this would be a massive boost for this Republic side if they can. We've seen it as of late. They've fought back from losing positions, which has been a positive for Neil Collins. Well done, Lewis Jameson, keeping that ball in. And why not waste more time?
See if you can hold possession here. And that's going to be played off of the battery. That is smart soccer. LJ's, he's affectionately known, has come in and had some big-time goals in 2025. USL Player of the Week in Week 1, perhaps. Going all the way back there. He's excited. He's excited to be here, and what a way to go here to secure number 2 in the West with a win against one of the best teams in the championship. Felipe put into the corner. Unfortunately, a little bit too heavy for Michel Benitez, and any minute we should get this whistle. And that is it. Sacramento has secured the number 2 seed in the Western Conference with a 1-0 victory over the Charleston Battery. What a battle, Adam, and you're right. We could see each other here in 5-6 weeks from now. Corey Bennett, game-winning goal, 5 on the year. Assist from Lee Desmond, and Sacramento has the 1-0 win here. Saturday, you can breathe a sigh of relief. It doesn't really matter. You have the tiebreakers. You have second in the West.
Yeah, very well done by Sacramento. They got the one goal they needed, and they're back to getting clean sheets.
12th on the year for Danny Vidiello. That's best in the USL Championship.
And he earned that. He did. You know, it's not one of those where, hey, he got a clean sheet, didn't make any saves. No, he came up big time once again.
And it's a little bit chippy between both sides here still, as the congratulations and hugs. Republic fans feeling good. Neil Collins still fired up. Tell you what, that energy, that excitement, it's gonna translate for both these teams. A lot of talent on this pitch right here, and a lot of high aspirations to ultimately win the cup, as we see the jersey swap from Rodrigo Lopez and Douglas Martinez. Final here in Sacramento. The Republic won, the Battery none, and Sacramento Republic have secured the second seed in the Western Conference. And what a night to celebrate as we bring in, I guess, our assistant captain and longtime friend, Lee Desmond. Lee, what a performance here tonight.
Oh, huge performance. Obviously, we've secured second place in the West, but so happy for the clean sheet, which we haven't had in the last few weeks, and also a goal from a set piece. We work so much in the video room and then on the field as well about set pieces, and we haven't scored enough this year, so happy to get the assist, but also happy for Corey to score. He got one cancelled unfortunately last week in the 95th minute, so happy for him to get a goal that won us the game tonight.
Lee, congrats, and obviously getting the assist. First assist of the season?
No. Well, I won a penalty down here.
That counts. That counts.
Well, certain apps give me the assist, certain apps don't. So I'm going to claim it. But
we'll give you that.
Yeah.
TikTok app or
his own account?
Too old for TikTok. That's.
But congratulations, as you mentioned. Get a clean sheet. You're back at home. There has been a struggle closing out games. How much confidence can you guys get from getting a good win against a really dangerous side at home?
Yeah, in my opinion, they've been the best side and overall this year in the regular season. So it's a huge win mentally, and it'll give us belief that we can beat the bigger teams, especially in the East. Kind of struggled against some of the Eastern teams this year, so really happy with that, and finish out well now on Saturday, and then all eyes on Sunday week.
So, Lee, I know we got one more to go here, and it'll be a celebration for your teammate and a guy that you've gone into some really big games, some amazing cup matches, and Rodrigo Lopez. Quickly, what has he meant to not only this team, but to you even personally, and sort of what have you learned from him?
Yeah, he's invaluable, not just for his ability that he shows on the field, but I've said it before, he turns up in the big moments time and time again. You look back to the 2022 Open Cup run, but like numerous times, even in regular season games, you're struggling to get any momentum in a game, and like Roro just pops up with a goal. Like that's leadership in itself. But off the field, he's such a strong character, someone that everyone can trust and go to if they have any problems. But we're going to miss him. As I said to him, like this time last year, if we knew, no one would have said he was going to have such a big impact that he did. So it's a positive. He's still probably the fittest on the team, and he's 37, 38 years old. So that says everything about him. We're going to miss him, but that's football, I suppose.
It is. Well, Lee, congrats. Great 3 points, and well done on your second assist of the season. All the best next week, and we can't wait for this playoff run.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Me too. Thanks, guys.
All right, that's Lee Desmond, and what an eye. I think the back line also very, very good here tonight. Let's take a look at this from the get-go. And while, Charleston maybe didn't come in with the strongest line, they rotated some really good players. This is not a huge step off in any way, and Douglas Martinez almost securing a really good goal early with that header, and right back Charleston found some momentum midway through that first.
Yeah, and Myers scored so many goals this year. Thought he maybe had one there going for the far post, Danny Vitiello. And they're very, very dangerous side. We saw that tonight. We saw that. That's the reason why they lead the league. And this was the moment of the match. Lee Desmond, who we just spoke to, what a great. He's not trying to score there. He knows, hey, I'm going to put this right in front of the goalkeeper, right across the goal. And Corey Bennett doing as all good strikers do, putting himself in the best position possible to score. This is the threat, though. Cal Jennings, you see him lay it off, and straight away he's sprinting. This ball just gets slightly away from him. But what a moment this next one was. It's the ball in behind by Segbers. Great run, Rodriguez. And he thinks he's done it, Rubin. He thinks he's got it, but Danny Vitiello once again, as he's done time and time again for the Republic, massive.
Cal Jennings can only say, you got to be kidding me. So I'll tell you what, though, that's very few times this Charleston team has not found the net, and what a performance there in the jersey swap. Douglas Martinez, Rodrigo Lopez, and one more regular season home match for number 8 as Rodrigo Lopez will say goodbye at the end of the regular season, but hopefully still 5 more games to go, won the regular season, and then 4 more in the postseason. What a night it was here on this Wednesday evening. It was the makeup game that was supposed to be played a couple of weeks ago, and Sacramento found what they needed. They got a victory. Lee Desmond with the assists. Corey Bennett with his 5th goal on the year. I want to thank our entire crew here in Sacramento. For Adam Moffat, I'm Rob McAllister. Hope you have a great night. We'll hope to see you here at the park as we celebrate number 8, our captain, on Saturday against the Miami FC.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.
SMUD's Clean Power City movement is happening. Hundreds of thousands have joined the charge. They're taking action, driving electric, making clean power choices, and saving money with SMUD rebates. Together, we're creating clean power cities, while SMUD keeps